Welcome to Mr. Tipster Hacks Life.
Where small tips make a big difference. I am Tips.
And I am Stir.
We are the Tipsters. For today's tips are about meal planning and organization. 1. Master the grocery list technique.
Take a moment to make a list of the items you buy regularly, including the supermarket where you get them. Leave some space to add new items as needed. Make a few copies of your list and stick one on your fridge so you can easily mark what you need.
When it's time to shop, your list is almost ready to go. Any items you didn't check off serve as a helpful reminder of what you might be missing and things you didn't even realize you needed. 2. Cost reduction strategy.
Maintain a record of the meals and household items you purchase frequently. Track both the regular prices and the advertised sale prices. This will help you understand fair pricing and quickly identify worthwhile discounts.
3. Organize your recipes like a pro. Keep only the recipes you use and enjoy in your recipe box of tried and true favorites. Store the recipes you think you might like but haven't made yet in a folder or binder. This way you'll save time whenever you're looking for an always reliable recipe. And when you're feeling creative, you can go to your collection and choose a recipe that looks interesting.
4. The magic of meal planning. Save money, time, and electricity by keeping an inventory list on the door of your refrigerator. When you get back from the supermarket, make a list of all the meals inside, including the date. As you use the meals, cross them off the list.
With this method, you can plan meals at a glance without having to dig through the refrigerator with the door open. Plus, you'll be less likely to waste food just because it's out of sight. To save even more, make a similar list for what you store in the freezer.
5. Spices and seasonings A to Z. If you take a few minutes to organize your spice rack alphabetically, you'll see how easy it is to find a condiment while cooking. Also, when you're making your shopping list or trying a new recipe, you can quickly check if you still have that ingredient without having to look through every jar of spices. This really saves time.
6. Sunday meal prep, sandwich edition. Enjoy the calm of Sunday afternoon by preparing sandwiches for the week. Make all the snacks that can be frozen, wrap them in plastic, and place them directly in the freezer in a large bag. You just need to grab one in the morning when you're in a rush. It will be ready to eat when you're ready. You can also store cookies or carrots in small bags. It's cheaper than buying everything prepackaged and ready to serve. 7. Full belly, smart trolley.
If you want to save money and make better choices at the supermarket, don't shop on an empty stomach. Feeling hungry, tired, or cranky can make you reach for things you don't really need.
Snacks, comfort foods, or impulse buys that seem like a quick fix but only hurt your budget.
Instead, take a moment to eat something satisfying and make sure you're rested. When your appetite is under control and your mind is calm, you'll be able to focus on what you really need.
Plan your list, stick to it, and you'll leave the store with exactly what you wanted without the buyer's remorse.
Treat shopping like a little mission, not a hunger-driven adventure, and you'll see how much smarter, cheaper, and stress-free your grocery trips can be.
8. Shop solo. Let savings flow. Shopping with family members can be fun, but it often leads to impulse purchases. When others are along, it's easy to get swayed by their cravings, requests, or last-minute suggestions. To save money and stick to your plan, try to shop alone whenever possible. Before you go, take a few minutes to note everyone's preferences and must-haves on your shopping list. This way, you won't forget anything important. But once you're in the supermarket, focus on your list and your needs only.
Avoid wandering down aisles just because someone else wants to browse, and resist the temptation of adding extras to your cart. Shopping solo allows you to move at your own pace, make thoughtful decisions, and stay mindful of your budget. Over time, this habit can turn grocery trips from stressful or costly outings into efficient, controlled, and even enjoyable experiences.
9. Save money on groceries. When buying pre-packed produce, like bags of potatoes, onions, or apples, take advantage of the store's scale to compare their weights. Even though the bags are labeled with the same price and approximate weight, the actual contents can vary because produce items are not identical in size or density.
Some bags may contain slightly larger or heavier pieces, which means you receive more food for the same price. Spending a few extra seconds to check and compare different bags can help stretch your grocery budget and ensure you get the best possible value from your purchase.
When you do this regularly, the savings will add up. 10. Freeze the eggs. Eggs are on sale and you buy an extra dozen. What do? You can't use that many eggs.
Don't panic. Just take an ice cube tray and crack one egg into each compartment. Freeze them until they are solid, then transfer them to a freezer bag. Use them whenever you need them.
Warning! Wash the trays you used thoroughly with hot water and soap. Raw eggs can contain bacteria that can make you sick.
They will stay fresh in the refrigerator for up to 4 days. You can also freeze them for 6 months to a year. When you need to use them, thaw them in the refrigerator overnight.
If you have leftover egg whites from a recipe, place them in a tightly sealed container. Leftover egg yolks last a couple of days in the refrigerator. Transfer the intact yolks to a container with cold water and seal it tightly until you need to use them. You can also place them in a small bowl with 2 tablespoons of oil.
11. Peel the eggs. You can peel hard-boiled eggs perfectly. As soon as they're cooked, place them in ice water for a minute. The ice water will cause the egg to shrink slightly inside its shell. Then, place them in boiling water for another 10 seconds.
The shell will expand. Remove the hot water, take the egg out, and crack the shell all over. Then start peeling from the bottom or the larger end. The combination of heat and cold will let you peel it in the blink of an eye. 12. Green egg mystery.
Often, you'll notice a greenish-gray substance around the yolk of a hard-boiled egg and wonder, what is that? Is it safe to eat?
Before you rack your brain worrying about its safety, relax. This substance is just a harmless combination of iron and sulfur that forms when the egg is cooked.
More about eggs.
If a small piece of eggshell falls into your mixture, remove it using 1/2 of the shell. The larger piece will attract the smaller piece.
If an egg cracks while boiling, add a splash of vinegar to seal the crack and save the egg.
13. Double butter.
Here's a clever trick to make your butter go further. 1 pound of butter combined with 2 cups of evaporated milk can yield the equivalent of 2 pounds of butter. Surprising, but true.
Soften the butter to room temperature and beat it until smooth. A whisk works perfectly. Slowly add the evaporated milk, a little at a time, continuing to beat until fully incorporated.
Chill the mixture until firm, and you'll have double the amount of butter.
14. Quick butter softening hack. Need softened butter fast for a recipe but forgot to take it out of the refrigerator. Waiting for butter to reach room temperature can slow down your cooking or baking, especially when you are in a hurry. Fortunately, there is a simple kitchen trick that can save you time and help you achieve the right texture quickly.
Instead of waiting, use a cheese grater or a vegetable peeler to shave the butter into thin pieces. These small, delicate slices soften much faster than a whole stick because more surface area is exposed to room temperature. Within seconds, the butter becomes soft and easy to mix into your ingredients.
This method is especially helpful when baking cookies, cakes, pastries, or preparing spreads that require smooth, workable butter. It also helps the butter blend more evenly into batters and doughs, improving the overall texture of your recipe. Keeping this quick trick in mind can make your cooking process smoother, faster, and more efficient.
15. Perfectly melted cheese hack.
Melting cheese may seem simple, but it can easily turn tough, oily, or rubbery if not handled properly. When cooking dishes that include cheese, controlling the heat and timing is essential to achieving a smooth, creamy texture that enhances the flavor of your meal.
Cheese contains proteins and fats that react quickly to high temperatures. When exposed to excessive heat or cooked for too long, the proteins tighten and separate from the fat, causing the cheese to become greasy and hard instead of silky and delicious. To avoid this, always use low to medium heat when melting cheese and never rush the process.
Another helpful technique is to add cheese toward the end of the cooking time. This allows the cheese to melt gently, using the residual heat from the dish rather than direct, intense heat from the stove or oven. This simple step helps maintain the cheese's natural texture and flavor.
Grating or shredding cheese before adding it to your dish also makes a big difference. Smaller pieces melt faster and more evenly, reducing the risk of overheating. Freshly grated cheese is usually better than pre-shredded varieties because it melts more smoothly. Thanks for watching.